History is filled with figures whose shadows loom larger than life, and few have cast a darker, more enduring one than Attila the Hun. Known to his enemies as the Scourge of God, Attila's reputation for destruction and terror has echoed through the centuries. But behind the legends and the fear, who was the man himself? What drove him to become one of the most feared leaders in the ancient world? And how did his actions reshape the course of European history? Attila was born at the dawn of the 5th century into the ruling elite of the Huns, a nomadic people whose origins lay somewhere in the vast grasslands of Eurasia. From childhood, Attila was steeped in the traditions of his people, mastery of horseback riding, archery, and the strategies of survival and conquest. The Huns were not settled farmers or city builders. They were warriors, living in constant motion, always seeking new lands and new opportunities. By 434 AD, Attila had risen to prominence as co-ruler of the Huns, alongside his brother, Bleda. But ambition and rivalry soon propelled Attila to seize sole power. And with Bleda's death, he became the undisputed leader. Under Attila's command, the Huns transformed from a wandering tribe into a formidable empire. Their territory spanned from the vast plains of Central Asia through the forests of Eastern Europe and all the way to the borders of Gaul, modern-day France. Attila's military genius was evident in the speed and ferocity of his cavalry. The Huns struck like lightning, overwhelming enemies who were unprepared for their tactics. Cities and kingdom fell before them, and even the mighty Roman Empire trembled. Attila's campaigns against both the Eastern and Western Roman empires were marked by devastation. Towns were razed, populations scattered, and fear spread like wildfire. But Attila's power did not rest solely on brute force. He was a skilled diplomat and a master of psychological warfare. The mere rumor of his approach could cause panic. Villages emptied and rulers scrambled to offer tribute. The Romans, unable to defeat him militarily, often resorted to paying vast sums of gold to keep the Huns at bay. Attila extracted these tributes with ruthless efficiency, using the wealth to fund further campaigns and maintain the loyalty of his followers. To the Huns and the tribes he united, Attila was more than a conqueror. He was a leader who forged a sense of identity among disparate peoples, binding them together under his banner. He inspired loyalty not only through fear, but through his vision of a powerful Hun empire, one that stood equal to the ancient kingdoms of Europe. Yet, to his enemies, Attila represented chaos and destruction. His invasions left scars across the continent, and his name became synonymous with terror. The Roman world, already struggling with internal strife and external threats, found itself pushed to the brink by his relentless attacks. Attila's reign ended abruptly in 453 AD, on the night of his wedding to a young bride. The cause of his death remains shrouded in mystery. Accounts range from a sudden nosebleed to rumors of assassination or betrayal. With Attila gone, the unity of the Huns quickly unraveled. Their empire, built on the force of his personality and leadership, collapsed within a generation. Yet Attila's legend endured. He remains a symbol of both destruction and brilliance, a leader who reshaped the destinies of nations and whose shadow still falls across the pages of history. Was he a savage destroyer or a visionary ruler? In truth, Attila was both. A man who embodied the complexities of power, ambition, and the relentless march of history. If stories like these ignite your curiosity about the past, remember to share, subscribe, and join us for more explorations of the figures who have shaped our world.